Today we're going to cook up these are fresh pork hocks. Look at all that meat. And these are not smoked. So we're going to cook these up. We're going to be using the slow cooker. I am going to add some vegetables, and we will be adding some split pea to this. I put these in my crock pot, and I turned it on high. We're going to try and get the meat browned before we go any further. I did go ahead and season my pork hocks with some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of seasoning salt, and some salt and pepper. Well, I tried to brown the bottoms of these these pork hocks in this slow cooker on high, but I've decided to give it up. I'm not getting anywhere with it. You can see the bottom of this big one here. It's not really doing anything. So I just turned it back onto low, and we're going to let this cook all day. Went ahead and cut up carrots that I had. I got some onions, some celery. I've got kale that was frozen. All hail, it's kale. We're going to add this to our soup. The vegetables here, I'm going to cook them down in a little bit of butter first. But we're not going to be adding them to our pork hocks until we get those mostly cooked all the way. Instead of split peas, we're going to be using these red lentils. And we'll add about 2 cups of those to our soup just before it's done. They only take like, 8 to 10 minutes to cook. I've also got some chicken broth and vegetable broth. This is approximately close to 10 cups. So that's a good amount. That'll cover all the vegetables and the meat once we remove it from the bone. Sorry for the noise in the background. You can see the pork hocks are browning up nice. Now I'm going to heat up this pan. I got some oil in there. I'm going to get my vegetables softened up a little bit. Gonna get those added, and I just want to soften them a bit. I've got my broth defrosting. Wow, would you look at the size of those carrots? All right, we're gonna get these softened up, and once they are, we will add them to our meat. I will add my broth. I will add my package of kale, and I won't add the lentils till the very end, about an hour in. That's about as soft as we're going to get them. You can see I kind of forgot about them, so they'll be fine. The vegetables and the kale is in, and the pork was cooking for approximately 5 hours, maybe on low. So I also went ahead and added about 3 bay leaves, and we've got some more broth to add to this. So adding the pork hocks and the broth that I have, the pork hocks are very collagen enriched. This is a wonderful soup for anybody of any age, especially the elderly. When you're thin, it gets a little, your skin gets a little thinner, and collagen's very important for your body. So adding the broth that has collagen in it and the pork hocks, this is going to be a wonderfully rich soup. All right, I went ahead and added all of the, that was 16 ounces of lentils. So my red lentils are now in there, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my crock pot on high, which I just did. I need to get this cooking a little bit better. If I were to boil the lentils, it would only take like 10 minutes. So we're just going to let this sit in here while it's on high. I went ahead and I removed the meat off the bone and got that cut up, and we're going to let that simmer for a while longer. And then I went and I'm going to add these bones into my bag of bones that I put in the freezer for making bone broth. That'll be a wonderful, nutritious broth. Well, it's the next day. So I have to say, yesterday evening I was feeling a little bit not well, and we had to go into town. And when we got back, the soup was still hot, and well, I turned it on low. I had it on low, and I turned it on warm overnight just because I needed to go to bed. I had a bowl of the soup before I went to bed. I had a little clogged throat, a little sore throat, nasal drainage, and I had some of this before I went to bed, and now I'm having some in the morning. This is what it looks like. I'm glad I left it on. The breaking down of all the collagen and nutrients that came out of that meat and all the vegetables. The flavor is intense and not too overwhelming. Very good. The lentils are all broken down. Did they have to? No. Do I mind? Not at all. This is a great soup. Very healthy. Fortified in vitamins and minerals. Very good for you. I hope you try pork hock soup.